probably be easier to see in my mirror if I took the little cellophane off. Hey there dreamers, it's me Jacqueline. Welcome back to Dreams of Music and Makeup, or if you are new around here, welcome. I'm glad to have you. Consider subscribing if you are into beauty videos. Today we are doing a quick chatty get ready with me as it's been kind of a hectic week. You guys were without a Tip Tuesday video for many reasons this week, and I just thought I would quickly catch up with you guys and apply some makeup if you are into this look that I'm rocking at the moment. We are doing this together today, so go ahead and hit that like button. I'm glad you're here. Let's get into the application portion and get started. Before I get into this palette, I want to briefly explain that I essentially had a couple of things that I needed to return to Sephora, and I knew what I wanted to get with that return credit, but they actually didn't have it in store for me, so I had to wait for it. I placed an order online, and I ended up grabbing the Pat McGrath Labs Mini Mothership palette in the Bronze Ambition collection. This is absolutely stunning. I have worn this a couple of times and I'm excited to play with it on camera today. I'm going in with my e.l.f. Ultra Precise Brow Pencil in the shade Cool Brown. As I've described before, this one is pretty neutral in tone, which is why I like it. I have a lot to kind of talk to you guys about, actually. It's been kind of a crazy week. I'm not normally one to get too personal on this channel, just so that you know. I do a vlog from time to time, which I actually attempted to do for this week, but I had to scrap all of the footage because, as it turns out, the camera I got for vlogging is not going to work out as that after all. But anyway, all that to say, I had some vlog footage that didn't work out for this week. But this week has been kind of crazy. My dog Darcy, who is asleep next to me, she's a little bit high right now. She's on painkillers, but she had a dental cleaning this week, as well as getting a couple of teeth removed. And when they went in there, they found some more teeth that were pretty badly affected, so they want to go ahead and remove some more. At that point, she had been under for a little while, so we decided to do that another day. So we will be doing that in about 3.5 weeks. She'll go back in and get some more teeth pulled. But right now she's doing really well and recovering. She's just really extra sleepy, so I'm trying to cuddle her extra, but she's, like I said, next to me in the dog bed as per usual when I'm filming, if she's not on my lap, which she just can't really be right now. I've been picking up some extra hours at work as well, because we are not only going through a management transition, but we've had a couple of people who had to travel last minute. Sadly, it's been kind of a season of loss, I think, not just for my little family. 2 different family members pass on this week, and have some people from work that are in a similar situation, and so I've been picking up some extra hours and trying to help out. Everything is coming together. I don't know if I told you guys this or not, but I did get a car finally. I haven't gotten to show you guys just yet because, like I said, that vlog kind of went south on me. But, well, not showing you guys, but you guys will be coming with me in the car at some point when we get back to vlogging, and that will be great. I'm going to go ahead and switch over to a marker now. I recently found this Ardell one that is similar to the MAC. It doesn't have the powder that I don't use anyway, but it does have this pen. Oh, that's the wrong product. This Ardell Stroke a Brow Feathering Pen. This is another felt tip brow marker, and I really like it. I find it to be pretty cool toned. This week has been kind of intense, but that's why there wasn't another video for you guys. I've been working extra, and then just with personal stuff going on, I kind of needed to take a little bit of a mental health day, and I did, and I'm feeling a little bit better. Just needed to kind of have some time to process, you know? There's a lot of change happening and coming, and I think it's all going to be really good, but transitioning phases are always difficult, so just trying to stay patient and mindful, I suppose. Let's move on to eyeshadow. We're going to use that Pat McGrath palette. And there is only one matte in here, that is this brown here in the top center. It's technically bottom center, but I have the mirror on the bottom so it doesn't blind you. I may end up reaching into another palette just because there's something else I want to show you that I picked up recently anyway. I will need something to blend the edges. Well, let's apply this color first, then we'll get to that. I'm going to start by picking up that neutral brown shade on a natural hair brush and just begin working this into the outer portion of our crease. Wow. Okay, still getting used to the pigmentation here. It's crazy because it's this pigmented, but there is like no fallout. It's a very hard pressed formula as opposed to like an Anastasia that's very, very softly pressed and has a lot of kick up. Blends out so spectacularly, it's insane. I have just primed my eyes with that MAC Painterly paint pot that I mentioned in a recent video. This works so incredibly well as an eye base, and this eyeshadow formula is just truly effortless. I can't really get over it. Like, I feel like a lot of my end results of eyeshadow looks could be improved if I went out and spent tons of money on superior brushes, but I'm just not in a place to do that right now, and I feel like these eyeshadows make up for that fact. Like, they don't discriminate against lesser brushes, because I'm not gonna lie, this is a Morphe brush. I've spent hundreds of dollars on Morphe brushes. They work, they're not fantastic, but I mean, I'm not in a place to spend that much money again on more brushes, so I use what I have, and even this is blending it out so easily, and this is not a soft or gentle brush. It's so bizarre. I mean, it's gotten a little bit softer with time, but also if you notice a strange color on my neck and hands, it's because I still have a color guard on for a self-tanner that I'm letting develop right now. Can't believe how easily that blends out. It's insane, but you can also get so many levels of depth with this color as a result too, so it's kind of hard to match it up, because I feel like you can keep deepening and deepening if you keep building this color, which is an unusual quality. I haven't found that in a lot of eyeshadows. Ooh. Okay, before I get too carried away and keep going in with this palette, I want to talk to you guys briefly about the Sweet Talk palette from ColourPop. This I featured on an Instagram post most recently, and I did a little video clip of me wearing this glitter, which this camera does a lot better job of capturing than my camera on my phone. You can see that there's like gold, orange, pink, and green glitters in here. It's so crazy. This is gonna be on me forever now. I'm still finding glitter on things in my bathroom from wearing this 4 days ago. It's truly stunning. I don't know how they have done a pressed glitter formula that is as easy to work with as this is, that's as impactful as it is, without having tons of fallout, and it does last. This interesting one here that you're seeing is one of their Super Shock shadows that has been reformulated to work in a palette. So that's kind of cool. It's more of a topper shade really than a full opaque color. I think we're gonna go into this shade, kind of this pretty caramel. Using my Dome pencil brush from Wet n Wild, I'm going to dip into the lightest shade, which is Guilt Trip, and apply that on my innermost corner. Let's move into face makeup. I've been really enjoying these Milani Conceal and Perfect Longwear concealers. I have been using a mixture of the shades 125 and 120, which are light natural and light vanilla. 120 is a little bit more yellow based and 125 is a little bit more neutral. So I've been using both. I find that these are really nice coverage for the face as well. So if there are spot corrections you want to make, these work well for that too. I prefer them blended out with a sponge, though I'm sure there are other ways that are just as beautiful to blend these out with. I am having a little bit of a hormonal breakout time, so I'm just giving myself a little extra coverage in the really congested areas that are red. I'm actually going to blend out my eyes last just because I want this concealer to set up a little bit. I'm going in with my Sonia Kashuk sponge. This I bought on several recommendations, some from my subscribers, some from other YouTubers. Just a lot of people seem to really like this sponge, and I do really enjoy the texture. I personally don't enjoy the size of it. It's a little oversized. I just prefer my Maybelline shape for that reason. See how like it's almost making my eye wrinkle up on itself because there's not enough room for all this sponge in there. I had primed my skin with the Milk, what's that called? The Hydro Grip, which I've really been liking. I again talked about that in another video. I used a little bit of the e.l.f. Poreless Putty primer just to kind of fill in my pores a tiny bit on my nose and like high points on my face and such. But I did want to tell you guys that I find with that product, I don't think it's bad, but it does kind of shorten the lifetime of my foundation or whatever skin products I'm wearing on top of it, just because of the nature of it being so silicone-y. I think it makes my face produce more oil personally. I can't say that it'll do that for you, but that's always been my experience with pore filling primers, is why I don't tend to gravitate toward them. I still really like the Milk one, and I do like them together. It's just for long-term wear, it's not what I would recommend. I would just go with the Milk. I'm gonna go in with my tried and true number 7 Stay Perfect in the shade Warm Ivory. This is my favorite drugstore foundation and has been for a couple of years. It is $16 and available at Target. I'm not sure where else. Walgreens, I think. Ulta did stop carrying number 7 beauty products because I guess they just weren't doing well enough, but can still find them at other drugstores like Target and Walgreens, maybe CVS. I understand that my face and my neck don't completely match right now. Like I said, that's because I still have the color guard on. I have not yet rinsed off this self tanner, but the color guard is a little more gray. A little bit of cream bronzer just before any of those start to settle down. I'm using the Milk matte bronzer in the shade Baked and an EcoTools blending and bronzing stipple brush. Side note, I have been getting those dip powder nails for a little while now. I think I told you guys that. And this last time, I think it was a different brand of powder that I selected the color from. And it just hasn't been wearing the same. Like the sides have really been chipping off and stuff, and I've had to kind of file them. And then last night I was opening a box of carbonated water, and it's one of those like thin cardboard boxes, and I was using my finger, not my nail. My nail snapped. It like snapped off the powder polish, but not my actual nail. Oh. It is still sore, and anytime I go to like open something because I'm right-handed, it hurts again, and I'm really frustrated. I'm gonna try to go get that fixed later today because I think they'll fix it for me at my salon. Blend out that concealer one more time. We'll set it, and then we'll do shadow. Set with a tiny bit of that Hourglass powder, and now we'll go in with our lower lash line. By the way, if you are new around here, you might be thinking that this girl blinks obnoxiously a lot and her eyes are really sensitive, and that is because I have had 2 corrective eye surgeries. It's also why you never catch me using a pencil eyeliner, because the feeling of that is just absolute torture to me. I cannot do it. Same thing when I apply mascara. I tend to do that off camera for a reason, and curling my lashes, because that all just tends to have a pretty negative reaction on my eyes, but I do it anyway because I'm a makeup junkie. I just can't get comfortable today. I will come back to mascara in a moment. Let's put some finishing touches on my brows. I'm gonna go in with this e.l.f. Wow Brow, since I don't think I've shown you guys this on camera yet. It does add a bit of texture and color, but as you can see, it's nothing too outrageous. Let's finish up the face quickly. I did pick up a new blush brush. This is the Small Point Blush by Sonia Kashuk. This was a $9 blush brush that I've really been enjoying so far. It does pick up quite a bit of powder though, so I am being a little bit more gentle with it now that I've figured that out. I'm just dotting it in my favorite blush at the moment. That's Always Cheeky by e.l.f. Before we move on to powder highlighter, I do want to apply a little bit of this. This is a part of the Disney Villains collection. The Mistress of All Evil highlighter is in their Super Shock formula, and I'm going to pick up a little bit on my sponge. You can see little divots from my brush from applying this to my inner corner yesterday. I do really like this. It is kind of glittery, but I don't find that the glitter migrates like other glitters that I have experienced in highlighters, so I kind of let it slide. I really wanted to take part in this collection as Maleficent is my favorite villain, and this color just looked too stunning to pass up. You do want to use either a sponge or your finger. There are lots of products that you will find that can, or tools rather, that can pick up this product but cannot redistribute it onto the skin. I need kind of a rough textured bristle to pick up this highlighter, so this is the e.l.f. new Metallic Glow highlighter in the shade Rose Gold. I saw this at my local Walmart and just had to pick it up and see what it's like. I'm excited to try this one out. It reminded me of like a Becca Opal kind of color. Well, that's pretty. I'm excited to see it on its own. I almost wish that I hadn't gone in with the ColourPop just so that I could see what it looks like alone, but whatever, it's okay. I've also really been enjoying topping my blush with a more pink toned highlighter. This I recently picked up on clearance from Sephora. This is the Milk Holographic highlighter in the shade Mars. It has a pink flip, which I enjoy kind of placing right on my apple of my cheek. Which I just think is a really fun way to make the cheekbones stand out. Of course, I'm avoiding this blemish, or any blemishes for that matter, because it will draw attention there. Let's mist with a little bit of setting spray. Going to grab a little bit of my Makeup Forever Starlit powder in the shade Ivory, and I just want to put that on my inner corners today. I'm going to go off camera and finish some mascara real quickly, and then I will be right back. Alright dreamers, this is our finished look. I did go ahead and apply a little bit of Milani lip liner in the shade Natural, which is number 4. And then I applied a little bit of their Amore Shine liquid lip color in the number 11, which is called Charming. That is all that you guys missed besides mascara. I did apply the Kiko Milano Extra Sculpt Volume Mascara on my upper lashes and the Covergirl Clump Crusher extensions on my lower lashes. That is the combo I have been rocking this week. The Kiko does transfer a tiny bit, but not enough to make me not want to reach for it, so I've been really liking that. It is a little bit too heavy for my under eyes, so I don't like to put it on my lower lashes for that reason. But I've been really liking these two together. So I also really like this green liner. I think it's beautiful and like a subtle pop of color, which is exactly what I was kind of going for today. And I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial / get ready with me. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. That really does help me out. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day or evening wherever you are, and I hope you keep dreaming. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.